Val, you're a fool. You hear a knock, a thud, and sit up. That's no neighbor. No one is here. No one's left. You were talking to yourself, talking to the inside of your skull, talking to your hands.
Get up. There's a ship getting out.
You shake your head. You won't go. She could come back.
He looks away. Looks at the empty green bean can.
Planes overhead. More planes. Soft booms from south. Sirens. Upriver thunder. Olive-tinted sky. Gus. Hail. Sparks at the corner pole. Power out.
You tried to call her. No cell. Tried to call your ex from the landline. No dial tone.
You ran the metal steps to the roof parking of the old diner and onto Hudson Terrace.
Heard the rounds from there. Smelled propellant before you saw.
School gate. Kids running along the far field. Across the bus lot. Smoke puffs above the trees.
Gotta leave. Come on, come on.
Screams receding, far afield.
At your feet. Jackets. Jackets with kids in them. Face up or face down.
You reached down the way you reached down at her birth, before the birth. Came up with hands like this.
2 minutes. I'll wait at the door.
You lift the faucet to hear the nothing, the choked suck.
Left means what's staying, and left means who went.
You go to the door where Roy is waiting, and you remember what you said to her on her third day, when she was swaddled and strapped to your chest. You shielded
You shaded her forehead with your palm. This is outside.
If the whole world flooded, I would build an ark.
Val, you've known all along. God regretted he made human beings on the earth and was deeply troubled.
If you leave now, you will never know how high the water gets.
As the waters increase, they will bear up the ark.
And the waters prevail.
You turned to look up at the rushing gully that was Valley Street.
Smolder on the ridge.
You step over a park sign, flat on the ground. Low-C Field. White paint worn off the trough of the O.
Neither a cypress nor a gopher wood, no portal or skylight. A grid of cell guides, sheltering representative peoples and animals. Overheard instruction. Received in a dream or a traffic jam.
At the end, all things were on demand. Overnight and bubble wrapped by gross and kilo.
You were warned. A man and woman walk across the deck and greet you.
This is Nolan and Nadia. It's their ship.
They stand with parallel shoulders, look you over.
She'll need to ask you a few questions.
By she, he means his wife.
Do you need to wear glasses? You look unlikely to conceive.
You keep your eyes on the pilings, shrug and say you're 47.
She would make the 54th adult on board.
By she, he means you.
We could put her on Crispin. She could shadow him.
By she means you.
Your job is to keep the kid away from the rail.
You swallow, but you don't have anything to say.
She's 334 meters long, 43 meters wide. As long as the Eiffel Tower is tall.
By she, he means the ship, not Nadia.
The ship slides into the dark mist, nudging past the abutments of the old Tappan Zee Bridge, straightening its course through the channel.
Not getting any reception.
No reception.
We might not get a signal again.
Where are we going?
Farthest Greenland. It's the new North Carolina.
They bring you the boy with his muttering math and sextant.
Try the law of cosines. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Even, not odd.
You nudge him until he looks.
Did you know rain is the B-side of Paperback Writer?
Turns out everything with the breath of life in its nostrils died, except a boy with muttering math.
You pull him under the landing, try to get him to sit down. He swings his Nike satchel and dumps out his things.
A Florida magnet, a tiny Eiffel Tower, and blue spiky massage ball.
My aunt used to take care of him after school. A kid in the apartment downstairs who can do that mad math. Carried around an astrolabe and flashcards, OT every day. She used to take him places on weekends, so he knew us when we came back, and he let us coax him into the truck. We went back after what happened on Martling, when they raided the complex, found him bound, bit in his mouth.
Breastlock.
With no comedy in sight, the Lord sees human behavior, regrets he made humans, overwhelms them with a flood, changes his mind about how to manage human behavior, then needs the rainbow as a reminder not to fly off the divine handle at them again in the future.
People have to stop looking at the sea. They're getting confused by their perceptions. The sameness and static. Here is there, up is down, foreground is background. Take a look into the palms of your hands for a while. Study the map.
You like his cool, dry touch, his earlobes, the ash on his beard, the way he finds the mole on the back of your neck and adores it with his fingertips.
You should hate yourself for being alive, for not being able to stop liking being alive, for still loving the dumb soup cans lined on shelves, the stick in a jar that becomes decoration.
Don't cry. Battle of soul making.
You listen for the pause before his inhale. The little nothing. The bottom of the breath that one day won't come back up.
Val of the crawl space, Val of the dictionary.
You never reach for each other right away. Only after you've drifted off. Maybe a half hour after you slip into shallow sleep. So touch takes place on an island off wakefulness.
Unattached to day. Unreachable by foot or bridge.
Reachable only by an unmoored vessel that tips and heaves offshore in wakeful night.
Take by sevens, the clean beasts. Take by twos, the unclean beasts. Everything that moves along the ground.
Where are the lions?
We don't need two of every species. We need 2 strands of DNA. There's a bioanthology in the whole. Hybridize. Yellow pea, green pea.
You can become familiar with the stranger, such that strangeness is canceled out. Or you can become acclimated to the strangeness of the stranger.
Robust admixture.
Roy bends his forehead forward and looks. He looks. And he draws back, coughs hard, reaching to steady a hand on the ceiling.
No. Let me go out a while. You stay.
You shake the blanket off your knees and stand too. But he shakes his head, puts his hand out. Stiff arm.
Nolan and Nadia come around and ask everyone to air out.
Bring out things you don't need.
Doors are propped, mops are pushed. The sons are busy re-staggering a wall of sandbags under the stair when Crispin darts down a row, out of sight.
You whirl back and dash in pursuit. But he comes back from behind, a complete 360. His satchel in one hand, and one of Roy's drawstring sacks in the other.
He yanks Nolan's arm, then stands behind the wall of sandbags like a counter, smooths it free of flex. Then he takes the little Eiffel Tower, turns it upside down, shows that under a black rubber tab, there's a space.
A space with white pills inside.
He takes a white pill carefully out of the tower, opens his palm, and shows.
A thief is a thief, and a thief here is a traitor. Caught and uncaught. Caught catching. See?
They had come to rely on him. He had their trust.
I know. I know. But he has to go.
The afterdeck tilts.
All the beads slide off the string, Val.
All your beads slide off your string.
Godspeed.
Roy says to all assembled.
He turns to you, lifts his bound wrists, and they pick him up.
And all you see is his bent back.
A leg thrashes once, then nothing.
You look hard at the dusky sea for one more flash, but there is none.
An arm or a wave? You can't tell.
That's all it took.
Look, the dove brought back a rowan branch. There's traces of mud on its feet.
On its leg, a blade of grass.
You hinge your belly over the rail and watch the gray sea rise and fall.
A mammoth animal, an endless tarmac.
A patternless array of short frequencies.
The sky brightens a bit.
A wisp. A prism. Almost sun.
Salmon. A kitchen table. A stone to scuff his shoe on.
Hey, Val, don't go back in there. Don't feel under the cot for lost scraps of your scratchings.
Nor eat the sweet, nor feel the sorry.
Keep watch, Val. Watch that dim green line. Don't lose sight of it. Don't you dare dream.
I want to see an earthworm and light a candle.
As for you, Val, maybe it's time to stand on your old cold eye.
But what's the use of that feeble stick with its knobs and handles?
When you've got why, your divining rod, which you will need. You see,
Ceive,
Val.
Val.
You Ceive it all.
Cove, covenant, coda, intercepted at the shoal, told in present tense.